Hello followers, welcome to Arts Garden 2015, part 2 of Arts Garden. Well, Arts Garden 2014 was a colossal flop because it got too hot and I did not enjoy gardening in the hot, humid weather. So the garden went to pot. This year I've decided to make a flower garden, but it's going to be an artificial garden. And what I'm making is tulips or flowers that look like tulips or almost like lilies. I'm going to make them of paper mache and varnish them so that they're waterproof. And I'm going to make them so that they're removable for use year after year. Let me show you what I'm doing. I first started with some electrical wire that contractors would use to wire a house, cut it into about a 15-inch length for my stem of the flower. Then I've lost my prop. I bought some 19 or 20 gauge wire and I cut it into 20-inch sections and shaped them like leaves, twisting the ends like this. And then with the electrical conduit, I wrapped it around the wire. I put 2 leaves per wire and ended up with something like this. I haven't figured out the flower part yet exactly, but I have figured out how to make them removable into the ground. I bought a 10-foot section of PVC pipe, cut it into about 6 or 7-inch lengths. I'm going to hammer each of these links into the ground, a hollow tube. And that way I can stick my flower into the tube. And I'll cut it to the appropriate length. The next part that I found is most difficult, however, is shaping the flower part. I initially got a piece of manila folder, cut it into a little rectangle and shaped it like a flower. And with this whole contraption, I'll paper mache it, paint it, and varnish it so that it's removable into the little tubes in the garden. Well, I found this was kind of difficult. I made this one, and then I couldn't figure out how I did it when I was trying to do the second one. So I switched to styrofoam plates, and I shaped a styrofoam plate. I just folded it in half and then folded it, and I find this part I can just snip the end and put it on the deal, and then cover it with masking tape. Fill it with newspaper in the top so that water will drain off when it rains. And then this whole contraption, I've masking taped the leaves also. And I'll paper mache it from about this point upwards, leaving this part to stick into the tube. But then when I was making my second paper plate, styrofoam plate, I found I was having difficulty folding them easily, and it took me quite a bit of time to fold just 4 or 5 more. The first one seemed to go pretty easily, but the next 2 or 3 I really had difficulty doing it. So I'm at a standstill at the moment trying to think of ways to make the flower. And the best thing I think I've come up with, the best idea so far, is to buy those pre-shaped cone cups that you would find at a water cooler in a factory or something, you know, the cone-shaped paper cups. I think that would work fine. So this one is ready to be paper mache'd and then painted. And to assist in that task, what I've done is I've got 4 2x4s, and all I've done is I've screwed a 2.5-inch nail into them, stuck the tube on it, and then stick the flower in there. And that way I'm going to be able to paper mache the entire thing and let it stand there and dry rather than laying flat on a table and then coming back and doing the other side. So that way I can speed things up, I think. Pretty clever, huh? If you are my family and watching this, I hope you're doing very well. I love you and miss you. If you're the rest of the world, well, I like you. Bye-bye. Love you.